A very good evening and thank you for watching RTV News. My name is William Evans. Of course, here to bring you the latest from the world of news, but first, the headlines. The First Lady, Her Excellency Janet Kagame, has urged girls to stay alert and always remember that all good things in life are achieved through hard work, while Zimbabwean teachers working in Rwanda commend the progress achieved in the country's education sector, a transformation they've helped shape. In economic and tech analysts have noted that if Rwanda adopts advanced blockchain technology for money transfer and digital payments, the country could gain significantly. Of course, many thanks for joining me. I'm William Evans Mtabazi. The First Lady, Her Excellency Janet Kagame, has urged girls to stay alert and always remember that all good things in life come with hard work. She emphasized this message during the celebration of the 20th anniversary of the Promotion of Girls' Education campaign. Olive Nhete reports.
Initiated in 2005 by the First Lady, Her Excellency Janet Kagame, the campaign aims to address gender disparities in education by encouraging and increasing girls' school enrollment, retention, and excellence. It recognizes girls' high academic performance as Inkubito z'icyeza, inspiring healthy competition and school retention and motivating other girls to excel. Singizwa Marie Laurent, one of the Inkubito z'icyeza awardees honored today, says that being part of the campaign is a great source of inspiration and motivation. In a few words, today is a joyful day. So much joy because it is something I never imagined in my life. Yes, I knew I would study, but I didn't think I would have the chance to be awarded and be among the Inkubito z'icyeza. Some of the alumni of the program have become doctors, educators, leaders, and others have joined diverse professions. Dr. Florence Sibomana is among the alumni. She was awarded as Inkubito z'icyeza in 2008. She says receiving that recognition at the time helped her reach where she is today. I was awarded when I completed primary 6, and receiving that award became a source of inspiration. It motivated me to study hard, not only in high school but also at university and even during my master's degree. In my daily work, I strive to be exemplary, characterized by working efficiently and with excellence. Louise Mushikiwabo, the Secretary General of the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie, emphasized that girls today should wisely seize the opportunities provided through national support, highlighting that many, including herself, did not have access to such opportunities.
Nifuza kuba narabayeho mfite imyaka nk'yanyu hari ibyiza nk'ibi.
I wish I had lived in your generation with so many opportunities like these. I was fortunate to have great parents. Both my father and mother were good. But having parents and friends alone is not enough. Without additional support from the country to lift you up, it is a loss. A time like this and a celebration such as this is a symbol and an opportunity to remind young girls that even if they fall, they can quickly rise again. Claudette Irere, the Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, noted that since the program to promote girls' education began, it has produced tangible results. In the past 20 years, this program has significantly transformed girls' education in Rwanda, encouraging girls to stay in school, reducing dropout rates, recognizing top performers, and promoting collaboration among all institutions. According to the recent 2024 report by Mineduc, more than 3 million children are enrolled in primary school, with the number of girls slightly higher than that of boys. Results from the National Primary School Completion Exams show that girls are performing at a satisfactory level. Addressing the Inkubito z'icyeza, the First Lady, Her Excellency Janet Kagame, urged them to stay alert and always remember that every achievement requires effort and determination.
It
is 20 years of courage, wisdom, and great strength exhibited by girls who were selected for their talent and passion for success. Awarding them will always encourage them to be the pride of other girls. You heard your elders, what they did to continue being excellent. Be alert and always keep in mind the fact that everything is achieved through hard work. Be cautious and stay vigilant always, especially when you see someone trying to lure you by saying there is a way they can help you achieve development or a good life in an easier way, most especially those without proper information. Keep working hard, succeed well with the intention of reaching greater heights. During the celebration, the First Lady Her Excellency Jeannette Kagame awarded 123 best performing girls from primary, ordinary and advanced levels. Since the program was initiated, more than 7,600 girls who performed best in national exams have been awarded by Mbuto Foundation. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Thank you, Olive Nete. Now, as part of the 20th anniversary celebration of the promotion of girls' education campaign, First Lady Her Excellency Jeannette Kagame reaffirmed the country's commitment to empowering young women by pledging to raise more leaders, expand access to education, and dismantle barriers to girls' success.
The journey continues. We press forward. We commit to raising more leaders, educating more daughters, and breaking more barriers. Let us ensure that the 20 years bring even greater victories. Together, we do not chase opportunity, we create it. We do not wait for change, we lead it. We do not ask if we belong, because we know we do.
Her Excellency Jeannette Kagame also highlighted the essential contribution of young girls to Rwanda's progress, reminding them that they are the future of Rwanda.
My dear daughters, again, congratulations on your achievements. As girls, you lived in a world that may tell you to shrink, to doubt your abilities, to question whether you belong in spaces of influence. You did not let uncertainty and competition make you silent. Continue to shine. And know that we stand with you every step of the way. Remember always to be your sisters' keepers. Rwanda will always need your voice, your ideas, and your strength. You are seen, you are celebrated, you are capable of anything. Murashoboye.
Now to more news, Zimbabwean teachers working in Rwanda commend the progress and transformation achieved in their country's education sector, a transformation they say they've helped shape. Their impact is being felt mostly in teacher training colleges across the country, where students are crediting them for shaping their academic and professional journeys. Inora Gladys reports.
The uniqueness of the Zimbabwean community to Rwanda comes along with their contribution to Rwanda's education sector, where many of them, you find them teaching in teacher training colleges here in Rwanda, playing a key responsibility to the young students, to the young people of Rwanda, making them understand why they are studying to become teachers in the future.
At Nyamata Teacher Training College, one of the schools where teachers from Zimbabwe are teaching, students highly appreciate the quality of education they receive from them.
Frankly, they have greatly contributed in the amelioration of English speaking, where when I came here, I didn't think that there were, foreigners here. And, most students here had, some complication in expressing themselves orally, where some would speak it, timidly, or others would feel, not that, interested in speaking it. But their arrival here brought changes whereby they were encouraging us to speak it that often. And they also, what I did appreciate of them is that they started, this debates and
having Zimbabwean as our teachers in education has helped us in different courses such as inclusive and special need education, where they have more knowledge than others, and they help us in the diverse teaching ways, and they have also improved our language, because it's our tool of communication right now due to having those Zimbabwean tutors, and so they encourage us to work hard and to be like them, so as we can go to work in another country, not ours.
The quality of education delivered by Zimbabwean teachers is not only appreciated by students, but also by the Rwandan staff who acknowledge the contribution.
Zimbabwean tutors are helping us very much because they came having a higher level of education if we compare to our tutors, and for that reason they helped us in different CPDs. They taught us different techniques and methodology from their country, which is very good for developing our skills.
On their part, the teachers from Zimbabwe also expressed their satisfaction in contributing to Rwanda's education.
I think it's something that we really appreciate as Rwanda is moving its vision to promote its education and to be at the same par as the global education, to have an education which is also competitive at a global stage.
You know, when you are a teacher, it's a privilege to be able to impact these young lives, especially these young student teachers, because when they are inspired and they do well, they will also pass the information to primary school students that they are going to teach themselves. So it's an honor to be able to inspire them to work very hard, to inspire them to be confident, to stand for themselves, to be some people that can be recognized here in Rwanda, even as female teachers.
As you know, when you are teaching, you are also learning. So I've learned a lot from my presence here, and I've also contributed a lot to this system, having had experiences in Zimbabwe as well as in South Africa. So this has helped me to become a better person and to impart skills into the young students who are the future leaders of tomorrow.
The head of Department of Teacher Development Management at Rwanda Basic Education Board, Leon Mugenzi, explains that the contribution of these teachers has had a tangible and positive impact nationwide.
We are really appreciating the added value in our teaching and learning process. Their contribution, first of all, is in teaching activities. They are teaching different courses, such as math and science, English, social sciences, but also subject related to HR and raw primary education. So they are also contributing in co-teaching. They are supporting their fellow colleagues from Rwanda. So they are preparing together lessons, but also teach together. So that's what we call co-teaching. Contribution to educational sector.
It was in 2021 that Rwanda signed a bilateral agreement with Zimbabwe to collaborate in the development of Rwanda's education sector. The teachers began arriving in Rwanda in 2022. Currently, there are 157 Zimbabwean teachers across the country, and there is plans to increase this number in the near future.
Thank you, Enora Gladys. Now, economic and tech analysts have noted that if Rwanda adopts the advanced blockchain technology for money transfer and digital payments, the country could significantly gain investors Economic and tech analysts have noted if Rwanda adopts advanced blockchain technology for money transfers and digital payments, the country could gain significantly by attracting new investors and creating new jobs in the digital finance sector. We do have a report.
Mike
Sebakara is an ICT expert who specializes in blockchain technology, a system that is rapidly gaining traction worldwide. Mike explains how blockchains work and how it differs from conventional systems. The uniqueness of blockchain and other technologies is that information does not change and it can hardly be erased. In the financial sector, Sebakara says blockchain technology uniquely enables faster money transfers and more efficient financial services overall. Blockchain has the potential to speed up transactions. Transacting on blockchain is fast because it does not require third-party authorization. If, for example, the exchange is between me and you, it does not require anyone else. Experts monitoring global economic trends believe that Rwanda's adoption of blockchain could accelerate development in the financial sector. Ted Kaberuka, an economist, weighs in on this. Those who are already using this technology, whether in lending or making payments or in insurance, are very fast. Every detail is centralized and very fast. The governor of the Central Bank of Rwanda, Solaya Hakuziyaremye, says Rwanda's central bank is working with other countries to explore how blockchain can be introduced in Rwanda.
Nibyo igihugu cya Cambodia kiri mu bya mbere byatangiye gukoresha ikoranabuhanga bita blockchain.
It is true. Cambodia is among the first countries to apply blockchain technology in transactions. They have a system known as Bakong that is similar with the central bank currency, which we are currently studying. We have expressed interest in knowing how Cambodia is using this technology and how their citizens received its usage, and also exchanging information, because digital currency usage is a new concept. So once we make a decision to launch a digital currency in Rwanda, we shall have other central banks from whom we pick lessons.
The government of Rwanda continues efforts to become a leading fintech hub in Africa by fostering innovation and implementing supportive policies for digital finance. This will be achieved through the country's 5-year roadmap, the Rwanda National Fintech Strategy 2024-2029, recently unveiled in partnership with various stakeholders in ICT, finance, and economic development. Now, members of the Social Democratic Party, PSD, in the city of Kigali convened for a General Assembly to elect new leaders who will represent them in the city level. The newly elected officials were urged to align party activities with the government's development agenda under the National Strategy for Transformation 2. Sabimana Joseph was elected as president, Gadi Twagirimana as the vice president, and Honorable Jean Derrick as the secretary. In his remarks, Sabimana Joseph pledged close collaboration with party members and emphasized supporting government's NST2 development program. Some of the young PSD members used the platform to request support from the new leadership in accessing training opportunities that would empower them economically and professionally. Honorable Nira Habimana Aisha, who presided over the election process, urged the elected officials to ensure that the party programs complement national development efforts. The new leaders will serve a 5-year mandate. Tomorrow news, youths from the Gisagara district visited the Murambi Genocide Memorial in Nyamagabe, where they were shown evidence documenting how the genocide against the Tutsi was planned and executed. This expressed a strong commitment to using social media to encounter genocide denial and distortion. At the memorial, a representative from the Ministry of the National Unity and Civic Engagement explained how the genocide unfolded in the former Gikongoro prefecture. Lewo Muberuka, a memorial officer from the Ministry of National Unity and Civic Engagement, urged more Rwandans to visit genocide memorials, saying such experiences help them take an active role in fighting genocide ideology. Following the visit and emotional reflections on what they had learned, the youth said they were returning home with key takeaways and a renewed sense of responsibility. The Sagara district officials noted that such visits to memorials help young people better understand the history of the genocide and the importance of preserving the truth. More than 100 youth representing others from the Sagara laid wreaths and paid respect to over 50,000 victims buried at Murambi Genocide Memorial. Also in more news, youths in Nyamasheke district have been called on to honor the bond they share with the country's liberators by promoting unity. This message was delivered by Rwego Ngarambe, Minister of State in the Ministry of Sports, during the 31st commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsi, with a special focus on the youth who were killed. Valence Kanamugire, a genocide survivor who was just 16 at the time, shared his testimony recounting the horrors he witnessed in the former Kagano commune. Jackson Mugabo, who is the Youth Council coordinator in Nyamasheke, said commemorating the genocide reminds youth of their responsibility to reject all forms of divisionism. During the event, a vulnerable genocide survivor in the district received a cow in a gesture of solidarity and support. Now, in Muhoza region, at the 31st commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsi, organized by the ADPL Church, preachers were called upon to learn from the tragedy and commit to a form of evangelism rooted in action and one that promotes unity, family values, and a spirit of reconciliation. Testimonies highlighted how even some pastors tasked with spreading the word of God became complicit in killings, a painful reminder of betrayal of faith. Two genocide survivors, Marie-Rose Uwigiraneza and Goretti Kairangwa, were gifted cards, noting such compassionate gestures are what should define the true gospel today. During the ceremony, Pastor Bitonda Alois was recognized for having protected Tutsi Christians during the genocide and urged fellow pastors to reject divisionism. Musanze District Mayor Korodine Nsenjimana said this form of evangelism, driven by action, is what Rwanda truly needs today. Reverend Pastor Eugene Rutagarama, a deputy head of the ADPL Church in Rwanda, noted that the fact that the genocide happened in a country where over 90% identified as Christians marked a significant failure of the church. He urged pastors to embrace a transformative gospel, one that fosters peace and brotherhood. Also, still in ADPL, at the 31st commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsi, the ADPL Charugwa Parish in Huye district honored its members and pastors who were killed and openly criticized fellow Christians and religious leaders who played a role in the killings, saying their actions revealed a lack of love and humanity. In her testimony, Mathe Kampororo, a member of ADPL Charugwa who survived the genocide in Huye, said that after the genocide, she felt she would never step a foot in church again after witnessing some pastors and clergy not only abandoning the Tutsi but actively participating in their killing. Today, she and her fellow survivor, Alexi Karanganwa, say they have found peace and have forgiven those who wronged them. Sivoyinhore Tewodet, president of Ibuka in Huye district, said that because the majority of Rwandans at the time identified as Christians, many of whom supported the genocidal ideology, the massacre of the Tutsi happened with terrifying speed. Tarasis Ndaishimie, lead pastor of the ADPL Huye, urged church members to return to the true message of God's word and to practice genuine love as commanded in Scripture. So far, 57 genocide victims who are known members of the ADPL Charugwa congregation have been identified and given a dignified burial.
wa sosiyete turakwibutsa ko buri sosiyete isabwa n'itegeko kubika ibitabo bya sosiyete ndetse no gushyikiriza RDB amakuru abikubiyemo. Ibyo bitabo birimo igitabo cy'abanyamigabane, icy'abagenewe inyungu ku migabane, inyandiko y'amakuru ya sosiyete, ibaruramari ngarukamwaka n'izindi. Gutanga amakuru y'ugenewe inyungu ku migabane wanyura kuri bo.rdb.rw, naho gutanga izindi nyandiko ukanyura kuri org.rdb.rw.
Nyiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi harabamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njye muri kaminuza harabanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko nashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashije, ariko byaragiye nanditse amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
moments. Laying hoops. Giving away. Making moves. Breakfast with family. Inyanje is always there. Whatever the occasion, whatever the moment, always ask for Inyanje.
Welcome back from that very short break. RTV News continues with international news. Now, Syria's new government has welcomed the Trump administration's recent decision to temporarily ease some U.S. sanctions targeting businesses, calling it a positive step towards post-war recovery. Al Jazeera has the report.
Are reflecting on the decision to lift U.S. sanctions on the country. Those sanctions have isolated Syria for decades, and now, after lifting the sanctions, the country can be reintegrated again into the international community. Syria can now resume its oil exports, which can bring the government billions of dollars in oil revenues to help rebuild the war-torn Syria. And also, Syria can now be reconnected to the international financial SWIFT code system. The government has reacted with optimism about bringing investment, foreign investment, into Syria in the fields of agriculture, industry, trade, healthcare, and education, while people have received this decision with hope and anticipation.
Generally, power outages in the economy are our major concern. We hope that these will improve so that commerce can get moving.
We haven't experienced oil revenues before. That has always been for the elite. Now, whether that will be for the people or not, that remains to be seen. We are happy with the lifting of the sanctions, but it remains to be seen whether there will be substantial change in our livelihoods.
Since the first announcement of lifting the sanctions by U.S. President Donald Trump during his tour in the Middle East in mid-May, the Syrian local currency has started strengthening after years of drastic decline. And now this can be a step forward towards improving the U.S. relationships, not only politically but economically as well. Now U.S. companies can compete for the $400 billion construction project in Syria. All these sanctions started since 1979, then 2004, 2020 and 2011 were triggered by the human rights violations and actions of the deposed Assad regimes inside Syria, including the brutal crackdown on protesters and human rights violations, and also its destabilizing rule in the region. Mahmoud Abdul Wahid, Al Jazeera.
And of course, that report has brought us to the end of tonight's bulletin. But before we go, let's have a look at the headlines one more time. The First Lady, Her Excellency Janet Kagame, has urged girls to stay alert and always remember that all good things in life are achieved through hard work. Zimbabwean teachers working in Rwanda commend the progress achieved in the country's education sector, a transformation they've helped shape. While economic and tech analysts have noted that if Rwanda adopts advanced blockchain technology for money transfer and digital payment, the country could gain significantly. Now that was it for RTV News tonight. I'm William Evans, wishing you a blessed night. Good night and good luck. Bye.